In Mika and the Witch's Mountain, we embark on an adventure with Mika, a young witch in training whose grand quest to become legendary involves delivering packages. Developed by Chibik Studio and Nukefist, this cozy indie title was released in early access on all platforms and Steam on August 21st, 2024, and offers a delightful blend of exploration and charm as you traverse a beautiful, enchanting landscape filled with colorful characters, each with their own stories and mysteries to solve. The team plans to add additional content in the coming months, and this review will cover the main offerings we have so far. Shout out to the good folks over at Chibik Studio for the review code. Diving into the gameplay, the controls are intuitive and user-friendly, perfect for anyone just picking this one up. You've got your basic movement controls, a button for interacting with the environment, and of course the all-important broomstick flight. The flight mechanics are surprisingly smooth, giving you a sense of freedom and finesse as you soar through the skies delivering packages. Shout out to the postal workers all over the world, because delivery itself comes with its own set of challenges, from dodging obstacles mid-flight to managing your height and speed to avoid getting items soaked in water. The game's world is rich with NPCs who each have their own little quirks and side quests, adding layers of depth to what might initially seem like a simple A to B mission. The island itself is a beautifully crafted playground with several areas, each offering different challenges and visuals to keep things interesting. From the center of a bustling village to a wavy beach coast, breezing through the island's factory to battling gusty winds on a cliffside, these changes in setting mix well with the physics of broomstick flying, striking a balance that makes the game accessible but still engaging. In terms of variety, I won't hold you for thinking they're all just fetch quests with varying stakes. However, the game does a pretty decent job of mixing up your tasks. One moment you're delivering a precious heirloom to a resident, and the next you're rushing to deliver ice cream before it melts. There are also times where you'll find various items throughout Mount Gaun, and it is then up to you to figure out who the items belong to, based on clues about the item or information you infer based on conversations you've had with the residents. It's the subtle detail, light exploration, and narrative touches that keep the gameplay from becoming too monotonous. More on that later. While the game is generally forgiving, it does have its moments of tension, particularly when you're running against the clock or trying to navigate through tighter spaces with your delivery intact. There's a real sense of satisfaction when you complete a tricky delivery without a scratch, and the game rewards you with upgrades to your broomstick and cosmetics like decorative charms and outfits. You get these through both story progression and spinning the Popo statuettes at small shop stations around the island. These MacGuffins can be found high, low, and everywhere between the nooks and crannies of Mount Gaun. While collecting the Popo statuettes isn't exactly necessary for completion,
If you don't got no sauce, then you're lost.
Mika arrives at the top of Mount Gaun eager to prove herself and earn the right to train under the legendary witch Oligari. Things kick off with a challenge from Oligari herself, who's unimpressed by Mika's starry-eyed ideas of witchcraft. Oligari thrusts Mika off the top of the mountain, leaving her with a broken broom and a mission: climb back up on her own merits. Her journey isn't just about deliveries, it's about self-discovery, community, and perseverance. Mika's interactions with the island's residents are more than just mere tasks. They're transformative experiences that teach valuable life lessons. Allegra, the master artisan, repairs Mika's broom and inspires the townsfolk with her creations. Gref, the head of the delivery service, introduces Mika to the rewards of hard work through his tough love approach. Through Ovel and Opic, Mika explores the legacy of wisdom shared across generations. The game subtly critiques societal issues like capitalism, youth struggles, and the balance between nature and industry. Mika's story emphasizes the power of community, the beauty in small acts of kindness, and the joy of overcoming a personal and collective challenge. W Suit's dark business contrasts with Yulu's struggle to follow his passion for nature, highlighting industrial progress versus personal fulfillment. Characters like Kiala, a musician rediscovering her talent, and Vanny, a scientist balancing ambition with wisdom, show the diverse challenges that Mika helps to address. Andres, the snobbish artist, finds new inspiration, while Brahms' collaboration with Mika brings innovative flavors to life, blending creativity with tradition. The mother-son duo Cecil and Jean-Paul navigate family complexities, and Alex, the train conductor, becomes Mika's motivator through tough times. Moon, the explorer, and Simiente, the spirit of the mountain, represent deeper connections Mika forms, rekindling trust and faith in humanity. However, despite the rich narrative layers, the story can often falter in execution. With a runtime of about 4 to 8 hours, many story beats can feel rushed and underdeveloped, leaving players wanting more time for these arcs to unfold naturally. The story is conveyed entirely through text dialogue without voice acting, which can sometimes make it feel disjointed, especially given the non-linear quest structure. Terms like courier might be challenging for younger players, potentially hindering their engagement. The inclusion of a few animated cutscenes that bookend the story, though visually appealing, can't fully compensate for these shortcomings. These scenes lack dialogue, which might have added depth and cohesion to the narrative. Despite these issues, older players might appreciate the reading, but a more seamless integration of story elements and pacing could have enhanced the overall experience. Ultimately, Mika's journey is a testament to the joy of overcoming challenges, both personal and communal, and the enduring impact of kindness and community spirit. The visual design of Mika and the Witch's Mountain is a blend of vibrant colors and whimsical aesthetics, heavily inspired by the enchanting styles of Studio Ghibli films, particularly Kiki's Delivery Service. The game's developers at Chibig have cited Ghibli movies as a major influence, aiming to create a small, magical world full of secrets to discover. The initial sketches of this game immediately brought to mind The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker, and this aesthetic has become a foundational element of Mika's visual style. The game's art is cute and stylistic and really brings the magical world of Orilla Town to life. The design team, led by Ernest from Barcelona, infused the game with a warm and inviting atmosphere, reminiscent of a sunny summer day. The characters are crafted with unique personalities, evident in their animations and expressive details that echo the influences of Ghibli's character designs. This approach creates a visually cohesive and engaging world that invites players to explore its secrets and stories. The musical soundtrack, composed by Adrian Berenguer. The soundtrack, composed by Adrian B., adds a beautiful layer of auditory magic to the game. An independent musician from Alicante, Spain, Berenguer had previously worked with the team on other projects. His compositions for Mika perfectly complement the visual style, enhancing a sense of wonder and adventure that permeates the game. The sound effects are meticulously designed, adding life to the world of Orilla Town, from the gentle rustling of the leaves and the blowing of the breeze to the swoosh of Mika's broomstick. For me, the game's presentation is delightful and probably one of the strongest points of this game, but it does have areas where improvements could be made. The art style and music feel good, look good. The lack of full voice acting somewhat detracts from the immersion though. Characters only offer general grunts or small phrases that correspond with their text dialogue, accompanied by visual images of the characters when speaking. Full voice acting could have really enhanced the emotional depth and engagement of the story, making the world feel more alive and the characters more relatable. I particularly enjoyed the little chibi and super deformed style of Mika on the help cards and tutorial images, as well as the chibi images of the characters on maps to denote their locations. These elements added a playful touch and made the interface a little more accessible. The music is largely bombastic and has the themes well represented in the game's main string and brass orchestral pieces. The soundtrack adapts to different areas such as the Mines theme, Into the Dungeon, which evokes a medieval and Sherlock Holmes-like mystery. The main Delivery Service theme is quirky and upbeat, featuring uplifting strings and syncopated percussions that build into a beautiful piece inviting discovery and exploration. The game even takes a somber turn with a piano ballad during some of its heavier moments, like Mika's doubt and uncertainty about her future when she is fired. Flute and woodwind-led tunes weave an air of freedom, a common motif throughout the game's music. So, where are we with this one? Some of the things that I think the game does really well include the visual design, the character animations and expressions seen in the drawings and art, and I really like the soundtrack. However, the lack of full voice acting can be a bit of a letdown. Plus, while the gameplay is charming, some players might find the package delivery missions a bit repetitive, and the narrative can feel somewhat shallow for those looking for deeper character development. Hey there you, thanks so much for watching this video and making it to the end. If you like what you see or heard, go ahead and like and subscribe so you can catch more stuff like this or not like this. And if there's anything I may have missed, or you just want to share your thoughts or just say hi, leave a comment below. I wish you would. Until next time, take care.